Heading down to Thurlestone Golf Club today, and you know, when I think about Thurlestone, I think about a bit of wealth, a bit of a playground for the sort of rich and famous, I suppose, have been down this way. You've got Salcombe just round the corner. The golf course hugs the beautiful South Devon coast, and there's some some very, very scoreable holes. Just driving down, you're sort of working your way through the countryside. It feels like it's a little bit cut off. You know, it's kind of like it's put out down in the countryside and it's cut off to the outside world to a degree. And I think that's what attracts probably a lot of the wealthy people that sort of live down there or have second homes down there, is that they coming out maybe working in cities, and they come out of the city and they just want to get away from it. And the sort of South Devon coast in the UK, I think it just offers that sort of little bit of get away from it all. Right, here we are. Got something to show you. I was sort of thinking about it in the car on the way down here, and there are golf courses where you know when you get up in the morning, you know you're going to go and play golf, and there's some courses that you go to and you think, okay, I'll get there and put a score together and get out of there. But there's other golf courses that you come to that it just gets the juices flowing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Thurlestone, to me, is one of those golf courses. I've not really been here in the summertime, only really come here in the winter. To see it in all its glory right now, proper links course.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, it's hard and fast, and you know it certainly turns into more of a linksy golf course than certainly it does in the winter. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
You know, this sort of course has always been sort of, or the perception, I suppose, is it's very much a closed shop members golf club, but it's not, is it? I mean, I'm just looking around here today, and you know, it's busy.
Yeah, no, certainly not. Certainly, Dan. I think Thurlestone is no different from any other golf club in the land, and certainly, you know, membership has been a challenge, and therefore, like I was saying, it's important to maximise the income streams from different areas, and certainly, casual green fee players, groups, societies, and such like is a main part of that.
Yeah.
And therefore, you know, for those societies and those group bookings to come back year after year after year, you've got to give them a good experience. Absolutely. And hopefully that's what we're doing.
I love my history when it comes to golf, especially golf. I'm a big one for the history of golf courses. Sure, yeah. And I always kind of look for it, I suppose, when I go to different venues, especially a club like this one that's got some serious history. Is there anything that kind of stands out to you? You know, as you've been here now for and I know you've had, you've had your heart here for a number of years. You know,
yeah,
I know
sure,
you've got
absolutely.
Family attachments here and things like that. So, you know, from a history point of view, what's Thurlestone's background?
Well, I think certainly the war years. It makes fascinating reading, simply because although, you know, the membership diminished to virtually nothing, the Thurlestone Hotel was taken over by the American Marine Corps.
Right. Okay.
And therefore they had a huge influence on Thurlestone Golf Club during that time. Right. Stories of them doing sort of manoeuvres on the golf course early in the morning and late at night. Unfortunately, I think somebody was using live ammunition and shot the colonel, or you know, things like that. We still have within our golfing calendar, you know, the Marine Cup and the Royal Marine Cup and other cups that were donated to the club during that time.
So not just golf here at Thurlestone?
No, Dan.
Tennis as well?
Tennis as well, and I think this is what makes this place absolutely unique.
Yeah.
We've got 10 grass tennis courts, 2 hard courts, and in the summer to hear the sound of that tennis ball is just fantastic.
And you played a bit of tennis, haven't you?
Well, I have in my time, yeah. My knee's not up to it now, but no, in my time I have. But no, it's great to see it, and it gives the all our members something to look forward to in the summer.
Yeah.
We have junior tournaments where sort of 50-60 juniors can play, and then, you know, we have finals and semi-finals, and, you know, under normal circumstances, unlike COVID-19 restrictions, we can have 50, 60, 70 kids up here, and mums and dads watching the final, and it's absolutely fantastic.
So really tennis pro as well, based here and things like that?
Yes, we've got a LTA tennis coach and such like, and Janet Richardson, she organises all the tennis coaching and the tournaments and such like. We have things like Wimbledon. We have a wonderful competition called the Quake, where they go out and they play 18 holes of golf foursomes, and then they're paired up in tennis, and the combination of the two wins the trophy. Brilliant. So I mean, it is absolutely fantastic. I think it is one of the things that makes Thurlestone absolutely unique.
So I came back from Pebble Beach. Do you remember this?
I do, and so I got an email.
I said to Simon, you have to go to Pebble Beach and look at what they've created, obviously there, and everyone's seen it on TV, but the landscape here is just as good, if not better in places than what Pebble Beach has to offer.
It's amazing, isn't it?
And I said to get out there, have a little look, and then make some potential changes to the place. So we've got some work going on here.
Yeah, I think it's important as a golf club just to try and keep improving things, you know, where you can. So at the moment we're in conversation with James Edwards. They've been ongoing for, you know, several months now, and we're looking to sort of make the back nine a little bit more interesting, a few more features on some of the long par fives, because although maybe the holes are reasonably difficult, they're not necessarily interesting, you know, from an aesthetic point of view. So we're just asking James to give his opinion on certain holes on the back nine that we might improve them. So that's something we're looking to do.
Because as soon as they play the first 6 holes, they're spoiled, aren't they?
They are, undoubtedly, and, you know, there's always restraints in running golf clubs, Dan. You know, if we had a huge pot of money, we might be able to sort of realign things and such like, but, you know, in the first instance, you know, there's certainly things within a reasonable budget that we could do on the back nine that would certainly improve the experience of the golfer. There's no doubt about that.
And James is a big one for practice facilities. Is that something as well that
he is.
Talked to you about? Because he did ours at Torquay.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, again, you know, in this modern era, members wanted to practice and such like. You know, although we have a practice area, it's not as good as it should be, in my opinion. So therefore, sort of any improvements that we do on the golf course, hopefully we will incorporate an improvement of our practice area. There's no doubt about that.
Alan, fantastic to see you again, mate. How's it going?
Good.
Yeah. So you came from Torquay, didn't you?
That's right. I moved to Totnes about a year ago and I had to get a new golf course, so this was the one that I really fancied. It's a fantastic location, beautiful views of the sea, and I've really enjoyed playing here.
What does it feel like to be a member at a place like this then?
It's great. It's really friendly, and the clubhouse is nice, the food's decent, and we've got a fantastic pro shop, and there's plenty of competitions, and greenkeepers keep the course in a tremendous shape.
Yeah, it looks absolutely spectacular here. I mean, these views behind you. I mean, does it get much better than that when you're playing golf?
Well, I've toured around Devon and Cornwall over the last year, and I would definitely say that this has got the best views. Perhaps St Enodoc is close, but I think on a sunny day this is just perfect, really.
You've arrived on a fantastic day today. This sort of typifies Thurlestone. You've got some great views, as you will see, as well as obviously a great golf course. It's cult designed. One of our best views is probably on our 11th hole when you come into the green on 11, when you get to see Burr Island.
Yeah, beautiful.
And then if you stand on the 13th tee, you get probably one of the best 360 views. You know, anywhere in South Devon, in fact anywhere in the world. My favourite hole was probably most of the par 3s, but in all honesty the 6th is probably my favourite. Yeah. It's a real sort of fairly easy hole if you hit the green, but if you miss the green you're in a world of trouble, and making up and down if you miss that green is really, really difficult, and it's only 145 yards, so you know, it's not the hardest hole, but you could be hitting anything from a pitching wedge into a 5-iron or a 4-iron if the wind's in the wrong direction. We've got sort of an academy that runs every Saturday. Yeah. We do a lot of lessons for the kids, teamwork for the kids. We've got Friday nights as our junior night, so that gets well supported. I think we've got a junior in every county team from under 12s up to under 18s. And of course there's you know, Dave Evers, Steve Pike, you know, all those guys who have been good county players, Chris Jones, county champions, exactly. They're all playing their golf here and still playing off of scratch or +1, and you know, those boys can play golf, and as you'll see, Thurlestone today is playing fairly easy, but when the wind gets up, if you can play anywhere near scratch around here, you're doing exceptionally well.
Absolutely right. And holes like 17, I mean, 17 is one of my favourite holes out here. You know, you mentioned the par 3s there. They're all fantastic holes, all the par 3s.
Absolutely.
Very strong, aren't they?
Yeah.
And quite rightly, as you said there, you can hit anything from a pitching wedge to a 4-iron into that hole, depending on what the wind is doing.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, that green on 17, as you know, is about sort of 50 yards long from front to back. Yeah. And when they put the flag right at the back, the green is only about 15 paces wide. So you could quite literally hit in a 4-iron into there. And you know, and you've got virtually nothing to land, so playing short when the flag's at the back is always a good shout on that green. But yeah, if you can hit the centre of any of the greens on the par 3s, then you're going to do quite well around at Thurlestone.
So there's a little insight into Thurlestone Golf Club. I absolutely love to get down to that golf course when I can. It is absolutely superb. And as I said, it's the Pebble Beach of the UK. The coastline along that South Devon coast is absolutely beautiful. Just a big thank you obviously to Simon Bawden for letting us get out onto the golf course, meeting up with Steve White, the PGA Pro there, and meeting up with Alan as well, one of the members down there. And if you want to check out our 6-part series where myself, Lester, take on Will and Paul, just click on the link over here and that'll take you through to part 1. Don't forget, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up if you like what you're seeing, and as always, stay safe, and we'll catch up with you again soon.